Hello and welcome back to IRS. We are back live for another day of Tier 2. It's the penultimate round of the season and we are in Singapore for a night race which has just got underway for the qualifying 18-minute session. No championship battles we've got to look forward to, unfortunately. Finn Kit's already the championship winner along with the constructors with Flippy. So that is all over. To be fair, we got combined actually, so let's not forget about the combined constructors where McLaren can still win that. So the result today for the McLarens will give them a nice lead at the top of that. A few drivers out on track. Like I said, we've got Burb back in to IRS. You may know him as the Russell Burb back in the day, but it's now the Burb 41 and he's reserving in the Red Bull today. Might see him back as a full-time driver next season. We've got 2 races left before we have another 12-round calendar for the last season on this game before we head over to 2025. Alright, who's the first driver to set a lap? Kurt just come across the line down into the first couple of corners then. Single driver today in the Sauber. Teammate hasn't shown up for a couple of races. Attendance only 11 today, unfortunately. Tier 2 attendance has dropped again. The start of the season it was pretty good, but we'll make sure to try to do something about that for the new season. And get 20 drivers on the grid if we can. Tier 1 seems to be a lot better. Kurt looking good so far on this lap. He's had some good points finishes this season. A bit late on the braking there. Misses the apex a little bit as he enters the second DRS zone. A 103.4 sector 2 takes a bit too much curb. Lights up the rears on the exit. Cost him a couple of tenths there. To the final couple of corners we go then. Swinging it into the left-handers to complete the lap, and the first flying lap will be a 128.4. Pretty decent lap time there for Tier 2. Who's going to be next across the line? I think it might be Elmo. A man who's not shy of taking pole positions in IRS. Currently on 11 or 12, so watch out for him today as he crosses the line straight away with a 27.7 and takes provisional pole position. The Burb, how's he looking? 27.2 for the Burb then. Now he's taking traction control off now, so he might be a bit quicker than the old IRS that we saw. Bubbly putting in a 29.9 in the Mercedes. Kendron performing pretty well recently. Jumps in at P4 just ahead of Bubbly. 2 McLarens are out on track. Here's the championship winner for this season, Finn Kits. Had an excellent season. Can he finish it off strong in Singapore and Abu Dhabi? Let's check out this lap and see where he puts this McLaren. It's a 27.8 and that is P3. His teammate is in a bit of a traffic. Just gets past the Red Bull Burb. Got Bubbly ahead of him, but invalidates his lap, so it's not going to matter anyway. Outlaw, who's probably could have been up there battling for the championship this season if he attended more races, but he was the champion from last season. That crown has now been taken away and he's on his flying lap. Currently in P10, no time set, crosses the line, jumps up to P4, 28.2. His teammate DMB Super Skills also on a flying lap. Kurt matching his time. Kentrum into the pits. Bubbly's going again. I think Outlaw will be on a slow lap. Finn's on a slow lap. Let's see what DMB Super Skills split time is. Coming down into the Sector 2 checkpoint. I wonder if anyone does any slipstream tactics here. The Ferraris might want to do it. The Alpines, the McLarens. It's a good track to help you qualify with slipstream here. I think the Ferraris should definitely do it. Here comes DMB though. Currently ahead of his teammate in the standards, Outlaw. Unable to go ahead in qualifying though, 28.6. Yeah, DMB's had a good season this season. Had some really good results. I think PT was his best. It was either P2 or P3, one of them. Very close to taking a win. IRS LB44. It looked like he drove into the wall then, but I think that was a glitch. And I apologise to you guys again who are driving, because I forgot to put myself in party chat. So adios drivers, good luck to you all, if you can hear me. Alright, there we go, back into the party chat. So if I put any drivers off, my bad. Elmo up to a 27.2 now as well, only 8 thousandths of a second away from the burb. Finn's invalidated. Outlaw just about up on his time. DMB Super Skills on a slow lap. IRS over 44 coming into sector 2. Who's lighting up the sector times then? Anyone? Outlaw's got a load of VRS. He was up on his time as well, so this ERS might help him out. Ah, he's down now. I think he'll be diving into the pits. Just under 10 minutes gone on the qualifying session. There's still 3 drivers yet to set a time. Let's go on board with the burb on a flying lap then. To be fair, this lap time at the moment from the burb is currently P6 in tier 1, just behind me with a 26.9 in tier 1 for P5. Nick Broom has retired from the session for some reason on the track, and the burbs had a messy lap there, a messy sector 2, had to back off. But it shows you how quick the tier 2 drivers are. Nah, I'm joking, I'm just boasting myself up there with that 26.9. Tier 2 would be a good midfield for tier 1. A Burb and Elmer, 27.2, definitely good enough for midfield in tier 1. Flippy's put himself in P3, 27.6. JTK's lap in tier 1 for pole position was a 25.5. The Burb on pole position in tier 2, 27.2. 1.7 seconds lower though. It's a big difference in tiers there. But still a great lap from the Burb. Kentrum's just under 2 tenths up, down into sector 1. currently sitting P9. Yeah, not sure why Nick has retired on track there. IRS LB44 on 130.1 in the Ferrari, so Ferrari struggling here today. Kentrim now 5 temps up on his lap. He's going to need a bit more than that though to jump up to P8. Runs a bit wide there, cost him his exit. Might have lost a tenth, possibly. He's gained a tenth to be fair. He had a better end to the lap than he did on his previous best. P9 though, still 3 tenths away from D&B Super Skills. Curtis invalidated his lap. Finn's on a slow lap. Flippy's on a slow lap. Let's jump on board with Elmo, who's 9 thousandths of a second up in Sector 1 then. Like I said, if anyone's in a snatch away pole position from the burb, it's more than likely going to be this man here. A real king of qualifying. Doesn't go his way as much in the race compared to qualifying. He's down on his time though, made a mistake somewhere. 10th down. What he can do in this final sector? Is there time to make for Elmo to avoid, to try and snatch away pole position from the burb, which would be a great re-debut in IRS for taking pole position. But here comes Elmo, across the line, takes away pole by 28 thousandths of a second. Beating his lap time though. Sorry, 16 thousandths of a second from the burb. 28 thousandths of a second from his previous best. Flippy's into the pitch. Bubbly up to P4. 27.7. Great up there. Ooh, Kurt was ringing the car there. He's up on his time though. Absolutely sent it through that corner. Currently P7. Could see himself past Outlaw with a good lap here. Let's have a look through this section here. Slowest part of the track here. It's looking good though. Runs a bit wide, close to invalidating. Oh, he's got some time somewhere. Only 10 thousandths of a second up on his time. Applying all that ERS. Probably in too much of low gears there. Gear 4 through there is pretty good. Crosses the line. 28.1 jumps up past Outlaw into P6. Good lap from Kurt. IRS LB44. Let's jump on board with him and see if he's improving. Currently P10. He's going to need a lot of time here to get anywhere near Kentrim. And he's a second up near enough. A couple more attempts and he might get Kentrim. He's on about 29.1 at the moment. It's a really good exit through here. Was a bit tentative on the braking and steering through there. Into the final corner he comes. Does a 29.2. Not quite close enough for Kentrim. Needs to try send that car a bit more and just be a bit more confident as D&B Super Skills does a George Russell there, clipping the wall. Invite please for Nick. Not sure what happened to him. Invite sent to Nick. Hopefully he gets back in quick time. D&B Super Skills though, 3 attempts up on his lap. His teammate up on his lap as well, going into sector 1. Just stick on board with POV super skills to see if he can get himself above his teammate. Three temps improvement, stays P8. Outlaw 2 temps up, right into sector 2. Still got a lot of IRS to use. Forgot to change gear there. Revving a bit too high. Can he snatch away that P6 again from Kurt? Runs a bit wide there, taking a bit too much curb. Does improve. Jumps up to P6. How's Flippy getting on? Just come out of the pits, I think. Finn's up on his time. Purple sector in sector 2. 7 temps improvement. This could be pole position here. Oh, takes the curb a bit wrong, which could have cost him. On the final corner, crosses the line and takes pole position by just over 2 tenths to Elmo, who is right behind him, starting his flying lap. And he's got all the pressure on him now. Flippy's going to be close to the line. What's the Outlaw doing? Coming down to the checkpoint. He's matching his time again. But I think he might lose out here with the IRS because he applied most of it down this straight. Yeah, he stopped and pressed it again. Probably gets a better exit this time round. Checking flags out. Kurt's already finished. Outlaw crosses the line. Does a 27.9. Stays P6 though. Who's about to cross the line next? Is Kentrum. Into the pits for him. IRS LB44 is finished as well. Finn's finished. So let's go to Flippy. Where's Elmo actually? Elmo is 4 temps up. It's a good exit from Elmo. He can possibly take his 12th pole position of the season by crossing the line into the 26s with a 26.8. We'll keep an eye out on Verb as well. Wait, where's Flippy? Flippy's coming down into the checkpoint, 2 temps up. Burb's coming down into the checkpoint. Just down on his time. Finn's giving Flippy a massive slipstream. But Flippy's invalidated his lap. He's going to stay P4. We're going to switch back to the Burb, who's right behind Outlaw's AI, I believe. Or is that DMB, sorry. DMB crosses the line, doesn't improve. Burb improves, puts himself P3. Or stays P3, sorry. Bubbly moved up to 27.2, I think. Ahead of Flippy, yeah he did. Oh sorry, Flippy was moved down a position from Bubbly there at the end. He's put himself up to P4. Like pretty interesting qualifying there. Right to the end. Didn't know who was going to take pole. Finn Kits are right behind Elma. Flippy P5, might be a bit unhappy about that. There's your confirmation, just under 2 temps quicker than Finn Kits. The Burb on his re-debut of IRS is coming home in P3. And the rest of your grid as follows. Nick Broom, the only driver not to set a lap. Alright, I'll be back in 30 seconds. Right then, let's have a look at the tyres. Everyone's on mediums except Flippy and Outlaw, which is a bit of a bold decision, because if it's a safety car within the first 10 laps, everyone can switch over to the hards. Whereas if there's a safety car later on, it could be a perfect strategy for Flippy and Outlaw. Elmo leading the way then, not messing about. Finn's got to catch up a little bit there. Can't leave too much of a gap to the leader. It can be a penalty if he drops too far back. To be fair, both McLarens are a bit far back from the cars ahead of them. If the two McLarens come across each other today, I wonder if they'll fight each other, with both drivers and constructors now over. Alright, here we go then. Elmo pulls into position as we wait for Nick to come around the final corner and line the Ferrari up behind his teammate for the 11th time this season. 11th time, 14th time including the sprint. But here we go then. It's about to be underway. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Singapore, and Tier 2 round 11 is underway with Elmo getting a better start, only just ahead of Finn, who's going to try to send it up the inside, not quite late enough on the brakes, doesn't realise Burb's on the outside, doesn't give him too much room. There's a bit of contact into the wall and Finn did not give enough room there. Still not giving enough room from Finn. A bit aggressive there from Finn. I'm not sure why he was that aggressive. He must have known Burb was there on the second attempt of overtaking. Bubbly's jumped up to P2 though, with that fight between Burb and Finn. And now they're both into the wall. Bubbly is out of the race, and that's a safety car. Burb's back up to P2 ahead of Flippy now. Finn's all the way down to the background. And that's Bubbly's race over. And I'm sure he's about to jump into the Discord with something. But Finn was very aggressive there on that race start. I wish we had replays. Well, I'd love to have seen that. All from the start of the race as Finn dives into the pits. Gets that front wing change. And a brand new set of hard tyres. As we're going to sit behind the safety car for 2 laps now. Two Ferraris up to 7th and 8th position. Always managed to stay out of trouble on the opening laps to the Ferraris and gain some positions. Kentrum losing out 2 positions I think to the Ferraris there. and then regained them by Finn and Bubbly having an incident. Oh, this is going to be a long safety car now, early on in this race. How many corners was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only the 6th corner of the race, and we get a first safety car. Finn not gonna quite catch up to the safety car, so one more lap, and then it'll be in, and we can get this race back underway. What happened to the burb? I just see him put in the chat, actually, Discord chat, about what the fuck was that? And now he's down to P4. That was a bit of a weird one. Kurt's up to P5. Where's the position? I don't know. Flippy and Outlaw up 3 positions. Oh, the burb drove into the back of Outlaw there. Hopefully that's not a penalty. Finn's caught up. Safety car will be in at the end of this lap, and we'll be able to get racing. And hopefully there's no more safety cars for the rest of the race, so we can just flow through this without any incidents. It's going to be interesting to see what Finn can do from 10th position. Can he make his way through the field and try and get back into the top 5? Safety car is going to speed off into the pit lane. Elmer of the Void is going to lead the way. Really try to surprise Flippy here by trying to go through these corners. Safety car might restrict the speed because it's still on the track. We'll wait to see when Elmo goes. Leaving it late. Tries to catch Flippy by surprise. Doesn't quite work out. Right on his tail. Outlaw not as reactive as the front two. But IRS LB44 having a little look at DMB Super Skills, who was having a look at Kurt going into turn 1. Elmo leading away from Flippy, who's trying to attack with the ERS. Not quite. Here comes Burb up the inside of Outlaw. Puts himself back up to P3 now. Kurt right on the tail of Outlaw as well. Where's Finn? Finn's jumped up 2 positions somehow from Kentrum and Nick. I think Kentrum might have some wing damage. No, he don't. He just braked really late there. DRS yet to be enabled. DMB Super Skills. Sorry, Kurt having a look at Outlaw there. DMB Super Skills running into the back of Kurt. The Burb looking quick. straight back up into the DRS of Flippy, who's struggling to hang on to the back of Elmo here. DRS will now be enabled as Elmo sets a new fastest lap. And Elmo, he's broke the DRS at the moment. Has he just about broke it? I think he has. Yeah, Flippy's going to lose out to the Burb here. He's going to fly past him with DRS and VRS. Now he's going to try a hunt after Elmo, who's looked quite in control, and he's opening laps here. Finkits did manage to get past IRS LB44 up into P7 now. Everyone's still in DRS except Nick and Kentrum at the back. I think Flippy might have just... No, Flippy's still in DRS, just about. Kurt got past Outlaw up into P4. What a race he's having. Gonna try to stay in the DRS of Flippy here if we can. I think he's just a bit too far back to get any sort of DRS help. Runs a bit wide. Burb sets the new fastest lap. Outlaw picks up a 3-second time penalty already. That's really early on. Elmo pushing on. He's got the Burb behind him, who's now in DRS. They've dropped Flippy, but Flippy's also dropping Kurt. He's got a little DRS train behind him, does Kurt. IRS LB44 sitting there comfortably as well, ahead of his teammate who's 6 seconds down the road and battling with Kentrum for 9th and 10th. IRS LB44 nearly losing DRS though. As the Burb getting closer and closer to the back of Elmo. I think Elmo won't be able to defend this one. The DRS is going to be a massive advantage here. Plus the ERS for the Burb. Around the outside he goes. Elmo tries to fight it. Burb's gone wide though. Burb's gone really wide, and Elmo sneaks back up the inside, retaking the lead. Kurt's hanging on to P4 ahead of Outlaw. They've dropped IRS LB44. Finn's got past DMB Super Skills. IRS LB44 unfortunately dropping out of DRS. Could have cost him any chance of getting P7 or higher in this race. I think he's going down just too low of gears. Doesn't really need to be going down into gear 2 there, or gear 1. Should be gear 3 on the exit here instead of gear 2. Through here you're probably better off going through gear 4 or 3. It's all about controlling that throttle to not light up those rears. Let's go back to the battle at the top. Should be Burb getting back past Elmo again for the lead of this race. Elmo's not even using the IRS, trying to defend. Burb sneaks by. What can Elmo do then? As Outlaw gets past Kurt finally. As they've got Finn right behind. Burb applying a bit of IRS, trying to break away from Elmo. But I think Elmo will be able to hang into the back of Burb here with the DRS quite comfortably. The Burb trying to use some ERS to break away from Elmo. He's broke the DRS that time, but Burb's also run wide, which has cost him the DRS. He's applied all that ARS as well, so that one little mistake has just cost him. As Elmo will sit in the DRS of Burb and close up to the back of him, while saving some ERS at the same time. Here comes Kurt up the inside of Outlaw to retake P4, and Finn sneaks past Outlaw at the same time, but Outlaw looks like he's coming back. Not quite. I think Outlaw needs to get past Finn as quick as he can here, otherwise if Finn gets past Kurt, I think that could be it, and he'll be off up the road. Finn's going to try it here with the ERS up the inside into the last couple of corners. Gets the job done. Good move. Outlaw's looking at Kurt as well at the same time. Kurt might be able to get Finn back here down the straight with DRS. And we've got DMB super skills into the pits. Kurt picks up a 3-second time penalty. We'll look at Elmo quickly. He looks like he's close enough for a move past the Burb, which he is, retaking the lead. Kurt's not going to be close enough to have a look at Finn. We've got DMB super skills onto the hard tyres, along with Nick into the hard tyres as well. And a change of front wing for him. Oh, Burb was super close to hitting the wall there. Just skimmed it. Kurt's missed out on DRS. Here comes Outlaw. Gonna go to the outside. Good move from Outlaw. Gonna try to stick in the DRS of Finn, but I think he's a bit too far back for that. No one else pit is. Nope. All stay out. 10 laps on the mediums for the top two. And then we'll see one of them dive into the pits. Here comes the Burb to retake the lead again. I think these two are just helping each other out until one of the boxes. Outlaw's out the race, and that's a safety car. And that's just changed everything now. Let's give them Finn a second chance. Let's give them people like Kentrum and Nick Broom a second chance. The DMB super skills, he pitted a lap too early because his own teammate has just drove it into the wall and cost him a pit stop. Now we should see Burb and Elmo into the pits onto a brand new set of hards. And like I said with Flippy, he's going to have to jump into the mediums here, which is going to cost him his race. Who else started him? Oh, it was Outlaw. Outlaw would have been screwed as well, but he caused a safety car, so it doesn't matter. So Flippy is going to have to box for mediums, while everyone else is going to go onto the hard tyres and go to the end of the race, because DMB and Nick and Finn have all boxed already onto a set of hards. So Flippy's going to be in a very hard decision here, what to do. Into the pits he goes, onto the mediums. Burbs into the pits, along with Elmo onto the hards. Everyone else should be onto the hards as well. Finn's onto the mediums as well. What? I'm so surprised that Finn's gone onto the mediums as well. Them tyres at the end. You're gonna have to do about 19 laps, 18 laps on those tyres. Maybe they're hoping for another safety car. That's possibly why. Alright, should be stuck behind the safety car for 2 laps. While we're here, what can we look at? Position changes. IRS LB44 now up 3 positions. The Burb up 2, Flippy up 2, Elmo losing 1, Finn losing 2. But Finn now has a second chance at this race after that lap 1 incident with Bubbly. He was unfortunately out of this race along with Outlaw Kakameste. Just under halfway. Just a bit of discussions in the chat with Bubbly and Outlaw. Hopefully we both see them in the last race of the season. It'll be interesting to see now who's quicker on the hard tyres between Elmo and the Burb. Both matching each other on the mediums. Let's see if they can match each other on the hards. One might feel more confident than the other and try to run away with it. Safety car in this lap. And I have to watch out for the two McLarens behind as well on those mediums. We're going to try and absolutely send it after the two in front of them. And then there's a battle for the rest behind for like 5th down to 9th. They're in their own little battle while the top 4 are going to run away with it. Let's keep an eye out on Burb then, see when he goes, see when he tries to catch Elmo off guard. It's a good start from the Burb. It's an even better start from Flippy. He's going for a move on Elmo down into turn 1. He's off track though, he's going to have to concede that position. Doesn't concede it. In real life that would have been taken away from him as quick as he got it. Finn Kit's also having a look at Elmo. Flippy runs a bit wide. Finn Kit's, is he going to go for it? No, he's not. As they're going to try to chase after the Burb who's leading the way. Kurt and D&B Super Skills going side by side. Let's have a look further down. Nick Broom on board with him, who's trying to get past Kentrum. Possibly go for a move here into the hairpin if he's close enough. Not quite. IRS LB44 all over the back of D&B Super Skills. Nick really close to Kentrum. Can he go up the inside? Not quite. Can he get a good exit here? Drop back a little bit. Should have DRS to help. Flew through there though, that was great from Nick. I was very confident through there. If he's like that for the rest of the lap, he'll be very fast. I think that's what IRS LB44 and Nick need to do. Just try to have a bit more confidence on the braking. Here comes Flippy. Not quite close enough for a move on the Burb. Gets a good exit. Not close enough to lunge on up the inside as Nick does get past Kentrum, only briefly. They're side by side still. Nick's got the inside line. And a slight bit of contact there, but Nick does get the job done. Can Kentrum now stick behind Nick and try to retake that position? Flippy's still right behind. Elmo's got to be careful here not to lose a position. So Kurt, who's really trying some great pace here at Singapore compared to the rest of the season. Elmo's going to be careful. Flippy's around the outside of the Burb. There's a slight bit of contact. He's going for it still. I was optimistic to say the least. He's going to go for it again here, but the Burb will just come straight back at him in the big DRS zone. Flippy's up the inside. They got his fin as well. Remember, both of these drivers are on the mediums. Burb's going to try to stick up the inside still of Finn. The two McLarens make it a 1-2. Elmo's right behind as well. Finn's going to take the lead of the race. Burb was having a little look. See, there's one thing about these two McLarens, they've been a bit of a wall this season, but this is Burb's first race back in IRS for probably about 5 seasons. And he's not one to sit behind. I'm sure we're going to see a lunge from him somewhere if he gets held up too much by these McLarens. The others on the grid will know what these McLarens will try to do now, but I don't think Burb has any awareness of that, as he does make a mistake, and that could be a commentator's curse, and we got Kentrum out the race, and that's another safety car, as Elmo of the Void was trying to sneak up the inside of the Burb, who had a mistake there. But that is another safety car, and Kentrum is now out of this race. Which does help the guys on the mediums now. The Burb stays out. Elmo stays out. DMB Super Skills going for a little risk here. Staying out. His IRS LB44. Nick Broom stays out as well. But I think DMB's going to try to jump onto the medium tyres now. He's cost himself 2 positions. He was right behind Kurt, who has a 3-second. So either way, it didn't really matter for DMB if he was on the hards or the mediums. I think the same outcome will be P5 unless anyone else in the top 4 have a bit of an incident towards the end of the race. The hards do feel good on this track though, compared to the mediums. So I can see why people decided to stay out on the hards. Does that change the story between the top 2 though? Will their tyres still run out of wear towards the end compared to the hards? Or will they be able to run away with it on the mediums and be able to defend from everyone else behind them? We're about to find out. Safety car's going to be another lap actually. What about that? DMB's a bit too far behind. Flippy is now up 3 positions. 2 Ferraris are up 4 positions due to people DNFing. Alright, safety car will be in this lap. Where's the cars gone? There we are. Driver of the day, if I had to pick one right now. Ooh. Yeah, a hard one. Flippy's done well. The Burb's done well on his debut. Kurt's done a great job as well, to be fair, in the Sauber. He's up 2 positions. Having a great race. Had to have 3 seconds though. I don't know. If I can say it right now, it'd be Flippy or the Burb. One of those 2. Finn's done well to recover his race, but did get a bit lucky with safety cars. Two Ferraris, 6 and 7 are doing well. Bit lucky. In good positions, wouldn't really consider them driver of the day though, just good races for them. I think there's been better drives out there so far. Safety car in this lap. To be fair, these top 8 have all been driving pretty decent. Outlaw. I think all the drivers have actually drove pretty well today. I think it's just been a few mistakes. I think that one incident between Bubbly and Finn was possibly a bit of a racing incident. Outlaw, I think, lost it on himself, possibly, and Kentrum lost it on himself. So, no one's really been dirty at all today. As the safety car is now in to the pits. I hope these two McLarens are fighting though. I hope they're not just trying to make it a 1-2 between them. I hope they actually fight for the race win. Tim's gone. Everyone else in the same position as, actually, to be fair, D&B Super Skills. We're trying to switch back there. It's all over the back of Nick. And he's battling for P7, so I won't give this up too easy. Makes a bit of a mistake out the exit though. Should allow D&B to get a good run at him. But Nick just applying that IRS to defend. D&B Super Skills looking for a way by. Always a bit of contact there as well. Needs to find a way by it quick because they've just lost that trade. Nick really hasn't got any pace here today compared to what he's used to have. Oh, D&B Super Skills with a late lunge. Nick sort of left it open, but then closed it and sort of left it open again. As Nick makes a big mistake, D&B Super Skills didn't judge it right and could have took advantage of that. Let's head back to the top. Oh, Burb's gone wide again. DRS is now enabled. Will that change anything in this race? Nick Broom picks up a 3-second as D&B Super Skills gets past him at the same time. Nick's going down in 2 low gears. You don't want to be going down to gear 1, especially through that corner. Right, here comes Burb, having a look at Flippy. Elmo was thinking about having a look at Burb there, but just a bit too far back. Burb trying to force the move though, trying to force his way by. Kurt is still right on this battle here. Oh, Elmo's made a big mistake there. Kurt did well to avoid that. But Elmo slots back into position. Might have to use a bit of ERS to get himself that 1 second ERS gap again. He's losing at the moment. Needs a great exit through here, which he does get. Gets himself back in at DRS. Kurt, he's actually right up there, which I'm very impressed by. He's been a bit on and off this season. Some races he's shown some good pace, but then some races he's been right at the back, battling for last points positions. But today, he's right on it. Here comes Burb. Looking for the move again past Flippy. The McLarens are working together to keep the 1-2. Burb will start to get frustrated and look for another way by. You can sort of tell he's looking a bit quicker on these hard tyres. He had a flag, and that's Nick, who's spun round somewhere into the wall. Currently it's a 5-way battle for the lead. Even though Kurt has got that 3 seconds, it's still a 5-way battle here. Because you never know, late on, some of these drivers might drift wide, start getting some 3-second penalties. Nick's off again. Here comes the Burb, up the inside. Flippy defends it well. Elmer right behind as well. Don't forget about Kurt. They're all sitting there waiting. Again, we got, what's going on with Nick? Elmo all over the back of the Burb, trying to find a way by. Clips the wall. Here comes Burb. There's a bit of lag in there from Flippy. I think that sort of put the Burb off. But I think the hard tyres are starting to be a lot better to race on. If Burb got past, I think you'll see him fly off. He's going for it here. Up the inside, that would be a great overtake if you got that done. Oh, there's contact of the wall. We saw an end plate flying off the McLaren of Flippy there. So I think this is where the Burb's going to try to send it. Tries to get the switch back. Flippy's got to be careful he doesn't lose DRS. Here comes the Burb again. Trying to look for a way past. He's getting impatient. You can tell with the amount of DRS he's using on that one lap. A couple laps before he was saving up a little bit. He's got a good exit here though. He's not going to be close enough though because Flippy's got that slipstream ahead of him. Got a little battle behind as well. Slight little contact between the Burb and Flippy there. The McLaren's might switch positions now. Just to defend from the Burb, who's getting a great exit of every corner. But Flippy's got that slipstream from his teammate ahead. But the Burb's got a great exit. With an undercut, he might be able to get a good exit here as well. Let's keep the Red Bull up the inside of Flippy, which he does. Gets the position done, and here comes Elmo, also having a little look. I told you, Burb's not going to hang around. He's going to try to stick that Red Bull up the inside of one of these McLarens if he gets held up too much. As IRS LB44 picks up a penalty, Elmo runs into the back of Flippy. Loses the position to Kurt, who sneaks up the inside into fourth. Elmo's going to try and fight this back as quick as he can, but the Burb now onto the back of Finn. As we're on board with Flippy, who runs wide and is now struggling with that front wing. Can we get a good angle of it? No, we can't, but Flippy's going to possibly cost himself a podium here with that damage. Can't get a good exit, and here comes Kurt trying to move up into P3. And the Burb's up the inside of Finn as well for the race lead. Side by side they go. Finn's got a good exit. The Burb's going to try and get a great exit out of here and back up the inside. Finn defends well. Elmo's moving up the inside of Kurt. It's all happening here for the race lead. We've still got over 6 laps to go. And they're all squabbling for the lead. Finn's held on this whole time. But he could lose it now to the Burb. Here comes Flippy from behind. Trying to lunge up the inside, that's not going to work. What can Elmo do? We've got Nick Broom causing a yellow flag there at the back. Here comes Elmo on the Flippy for that P3. Slight bit of contact. Flippy's going to have to box. That front wing's too much, surely. And Elmo is so unlucky. Honestly, he's having a horrible season. He's going to be out on the Burb. And Finn gets to win this one. Got a yellow flag again. That is Nick Broom in the background. Elmo of the Void picks up a 3-second time penalty. DMB super skills has actually got up with Flippy and Kurt here. Might be on for a podium. Nick Broom into the pits. Oh, DMB super skills running a bit wide there. Nick's onto the softs. Not sure, we might see Elmo onto a set of softs. Try to set the fastest lap. The Burb flew away with this though. On his re-debut from IRS, he's been involved in International Racing Series before, in Tier 2. He's back to it after taking, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 seaters out. And he's leading this race on the return. It could have been a great battle between the Burb and the Elmo to the end of this checkered flag if that incident didn't happen there. Because Elmo and the Burb did look the quickest. He's up 2 positions into the lead. DMB super skills trying to get past Flippy. That's a great exit from DMB super skills. Up the inside. Backs out of the position though. Meanwhile, IRS LB44 is actually catching up as well. Oh, DMB super skills nearly goes into the wall. Flippy's holding everyone up. Because Kurt just flew off up the road. Chasing after Finn. And he's on a podium at the moment. And he's holding DMB super skills up. He's possibly on for a podium himself. If I was Flippy, I would just box for a set of softs. They're losing positions left, right and centre. At this rate, he's going to lose a position to Elmo again. The Burb's gone 4 seconds clear of Finn. DMB Super Skill should be able to breeze past. Not quite, he's not using that ERS. Even with the DRS, he's not got past. IRS LB44 is there as well. Here comes DMB Super Skills up the inside. Thought about it. IRS LB44 runs into the back of him. This can still be a free podium, you know. That's, I don't know, DMB Super Skills needs to get fast really quick if he wants to try to catch up with Kurt. And it's not happening. It might happen now. There's DMB Super Skills got a good exit, but Flippy's just defending. Elmo is now 2 seconds behind. That's it. There's a little battle ahead. He's catching absolutely rapidly. DMB Super Skills up the inside. Oh, Flippy. Finn's picked up a 3-second penalty. IRS LB44 going for a move on DMB Super Skills. Gets the job done. Let's go back up to the top. Kurt is now battling for a P2. With that 3 seconds, there's a yellow flag, and that is Nick Broom who's into the wall. IRS LB44 still behind Flippy. Elmo's closing up so much. Here comes IRS LB44 looking for a way past on Flippy. DMB Super Skills gets by. Flippy's going to have to concede the position now. He gets a 3-second time penalty. And he's racing a bit erratically. as he's trying to concede the position, I think, to DMB Super Skills. Loses the position finally. Oh, Burb spun it. The Burb has spun it out of the lead. He was doing so well, and he spun it. He's got damage as well. This could be Kurt's first ever race win. If he can get past Finn, he's on the hard tyres. They're going to be feeling a lot better than what Finn's does. Can Kurt somehow win his first ever race in IRS? Finn's going to use all of that battery to try to defend this. Here comes Kurt. He's going to have to go for it. Kurt's got to go for this. He's got nothing to lose here. He's never won a race in IRS. He's got to send it, get that Sauber up the inside of Finn. IRS W44 losing a position to Elmo, but manages to get it back. Let's go back to the battle we're all looking at though. Can Kurt steal this win away from Finn, who's struggling massively with those rear tyres now on that car? Here comes a Kurt. Not quite close enough for a move this time. Still not close enough for a move. He's going to have the DRS. Might be able to go up the inside, not quite. Kurt's got to make this move soon, he really does. So I feel like the last lap, Finn might have enough IRS to use. Here comes Finn Kits, not Finn Kits, here comes Kurt on Finn Kits, sorry. Trying to go for it, not quite close enough. Meanwhile, we'll look back towards DMB Super Skills and Flippy, IRS W44 and Elmo all battling out. We want to go back to Kurt and Finn because Kurt's going to bottle it. Finn has managed to save up his IRS to defend this. We got a lap and a half to go. Kurt's not close enough to make this move. He's going to have to send it on Finn if he wants to take his first ever win in IRS. The Bird picks up the 3-second time penalty and has just lost the podium to DMB Super Skills as it stays right now. Meanwhile, we've started the last lap of this race and we're looking at Finn Kits and Kurt, who both have a 3-second time penalty. Kurt's never won a race in IRS. Finn Kits has just been crowned the Tier 2 champion. Here comes Kurt around the outside into the lead of the race. Brakes too late and he concedes the position. Oh, if I was him, I would have just overtook him. That could be Kurt's last chance to win this race. The Tier 2 champion of this season, holding off Kurt, who's never won a race in IRS. Here comes Kurt though. Last chance saloon for him. We got a yellow flag and that's Elmo who's spun round. Elmo retires from the race. Meanwhile, we're on board with Kurt and Finn going into the last couple of corners. Finn leading the way, fending off Kurt. who's trying to get there to the line, but Finn Kitts is going to win round 11. Singapore just ahead of Kurt, who was so close to taking his first ever victory in IRS. D&B Super Skills is going to come across the line ahead of Flippy for another podium in IRS. Flippy P5, IRS LB44, P6. Oh, but Kurt just made a mistake on that last lap, trying to take away his first ever victory. What a race that was. Great ending to that one. The Burb is going to be so frustrated with himself, finishing in P6. Oh, behind IRS LB44 now, actually, who finishes P5. Elmo retiring on the last lap will still get points for finishing that one. So will Nick Broom, actually. But yeah, Finn Kitts taking victory in the penultimate round of the season. But Kurt is going to get driver of the day. I'm going to give Kurt for excellent driving. He stayed out of trouble all race long. Didn't really get in any incidents with anyone. Carved his way through when he needed to. And done a good job of it. Getting P2 and was so close away from winning his first ever race in IRS. So credits where it's due. Kurt drove excellently today and he deserves driver of the day. So only one more time this season we're going to be doing this on a Sunday, because the last race of the season is next week, same time for Abu Dhabi. So make sure you come tune in. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.